Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Back with a new Mythic Rank brew for Phyrexia, All Will Be One, the newest set in Magic the Gathering. Playing today with Dimir Flicker. This is a blue and black mid-range control deck. We will be bouncing everything, keeping our attack lanes open, and drawing, an unlimited amount of cards, it would feel like. We'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies and the synergies held within a little bit more in depth, demonstrating this within our Mythic Rank gameplay footage against the best decks and players in the world right now. And of course, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and of course, our pack opening. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support myself as a creator. And let's take a look at the newest deck. Here we are, children. This is an absolute banger of a build that I've been having a ton of success with and even more fun. We are building around the newest Planeswalker, Kaito Dancing Shadow. 4 mana, 3 starting loyalty with a passive ability. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals damage to a player, you may return one of them to its owner's hand. If you do, you may activate the loyalty abilities of Kaito twice this turn rather than only once. And, if Urza has taught us anything, double loyalty activations are absolutely ridiculous. So we have a +1, up to 1 target creature can't attack or block until your next turn. This will, shut down their attackers and their defenders. It's phenomenal. We can get damage through. They can't attack us. 0, draw a card. And -2, creating a 2/2 colorless drone artifact creature token with Death Touch. And when this creature leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life, which is really nice to deal a little bit of extra damage, to gain some life. And, at the end of the day, it's got Death Touch as well. So it is acting as a form of quasi-removal. Of course, it can be dealt with, but, that block is really nice. It's removing something, it's dealing damage, you're getting life. Okay, so that's, what we're building around here. And so we want to be getting that damage into the player unblocked to have this passive ability trigger for the double activation, okay? So first and foremost, it's the other Kaito. The 3 mana, 3 starting loyalty at the beginning of your end step. If Kaito Shizuki entered the battlefield this turn, he phases out. So players can't interact with him at the beginning of your end step and then on their turn until your next upkeep, right? +1 ability, draw a card, then discard a card unless you've attacked this turn. And, that's what we'll be looking to fulfill with the other Kaito's static ability. -1, creating a 1/1 blue ninja, and this creature cannot be blocked. That's phenomenal. A creature that will trigger both of those abilities that can't be blocked is really consistent. Of course, the token, when bounced back to our hand, will cease to exist, but in some cases, it is worth the double activation. -7, you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a blue or black creature, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle. A very good ability, and it really is a game-ending emblem, or a very good chance at that. All right, but that's not all, folks. We also have the Mercurial Spelldancer for 2. This is a 2/1 creature, Phyrexian Rogue. It cannot be blocked, right? So really nice, consistent damage here. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on the Spelldancer, and whenever the Spelldancer deals combat damage to a player, you may remove 2 oil counters from it. If you do, you may cast your next instant and sorcery spell this turn, when you do, you may copy it and choose new targets for the copy reading. It's just too hard. Anywho, so you're going to attack. You will have to have in your game settings, I'll show you this right now while you play this deck. It's important. Gameplay, auto order triggered abilities. You will need to turn this off if you want to pilot the deck as effectively as possible. And now that's because the Spelldancer ability is going to go naturally underneath the Dancing Shadows ability. So you would have to bounce the Dancer to your hand before you had the chance to remove the oil counters on it if you have the auto triggers left on. If you turn the auto triggered off, you just grab the Spelldancer from underneath Kaito, drag it on top so it resolves first. Now you're removing the 2 oil counters so you can copy your next instant or sorcery, and then bouncing that Spell Dancer to your hand to trigger Kaito's passive ability for the double activations, okay? Cool beans. That is very important within the deck. So double casting, you know, that's a lot of fun. What will we be double casting? A lot of control elements here. We do have the double Planeswalkers, so we're going to focus on a little bit of Proliferate. Serum Snare, return permanent to its owner's hand if its mana value was 3 or less. Proliferate, instant speed for 2, phenomenal. Drown in Ichor also for 2 mana, this time at sorcery speed. Target creature gets -4/-4 until the end of turn. Proliferate. That will not only trigger the Spell Dancer through non-creature spells being cast, but the Proliferate will add an additional oil counter to the Spell Dancer, allowing us to copy spells earlier, as well as pushing up Kaito for the -7, and the other for the multiple -2s, shutting down the attacks, drawing lots of cards. It's all good, you know? We have more removal without the perpetual, what's it called? Proliferate. Shoulder's Etiquette, 2 mana, instant speed, choose 1. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature, sacrifices a token creature, or sacrifices a planeswalker, right? So token creature, non-token creature, planeswalker, you get to choose one of the 3. They sack it. It's really nice targeted, non-targeted removal. I don't know what to call this, but it is a phenomenal card. I know that much. And then we have Fading Hope, 3 copies of this for 1 mana, instant speed, return target creature to its owner's hand if its mana value was 3 or less, scry 1. This is, again, both an offensive and defensive spell. We can target our own things to dodge removal and then gain additional value from replaying it, as well as just offsetting anything that our opponent is doing. Oakley dokely. But wait, there's more. We have the Arcane Proxy for 3 mana. This is a 2/1 prototype there. Organic cost for 7 as a 4/3. We just cast it for the prototype, right? 9 times out of 10. When the proxy enters the battlefield, if you cast it, exile a target instant or sorcery card with mana value less than or equal to its power from your graveyard, copy that card, and you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Yes! So now, not only are we doubling our spells with the Spell Dancer, but we're getting a 3rd copy of it now from the grave through the proxy? It's beautiful, chat. With that being said, we could also bounce our own proxy for a 2nd cast of it. You know, not bad if we're just looking for removal from our graveyard, you know? Very easy to do, both with the Fading Hope, with the Serum Snare, but also with Kaito's ability, as well as the Golden Augury. 4 mana legendary artifact vehicle, crew 1, 3/6. When it attacks, exile each creature that crewed it this turn. Then return them to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. This is beautiful because we have, like I mentioned, the Arcane Proxy, which will not trigger unless with the Fading Hope or Serum Snare because you have to cast it. But we have some other ETBs that the boat can take advantage of. The Silent Spider, when it enters the battlefield for 5 mana as a 4/4, exile target card other than a basic land card from an opponent's graveyard. Search that player's graveyard, hand, library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles, and for as long as you control Katose, you may play one of those exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though it were any color to cast it. Right? We can bounce this every turn with the boat, getting a new card. They only need 1 in their graveyard for us to eat it out of their entire deck. It is beautiful. We have Urtai Resurrected, 2 copies of this for 4 mana as a 3/2 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controller draws a card. Really nice creature-based counter that we can bounce to our hand, replay it. We can also bounce it back to the battlefield with the boat as removal. So this one does play both sides of the fence quite nicely. And then its controller drawing a card, whatever, who cares? We could draw our own card if we really wanted. Moving on, we have the Aether Channeler for 3 mana, a 2/1. And whenever it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Create a 1/1 bird with flying. Return another target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Looking at you, Proxy, right? Looking at you, Spider. And then we can also bounce our opponent's things back to their hand. That's really nice for tempo. And then draw a card. Phenomenal, really good. And then, you know, these can trigger every turn with the boat. It's phenomenal. So that's kind of what we have in the deck for ETB abilities that you would want to be flickering. And then, you know, you've seen how much draw there was in the deck, so we're using Shoulder the Apocalypse. What a crutch. A 4/5 with Death Touch. Whenever you draw a card, gain 2 life. Whenever your opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So this is really nice life gain for us because, you know, we can be double drawing with Kaito, triple drawing with the second Kaito there, which is really, really good. And then, you know, there's the Channeler that can draw, and then the boat can bounce it, draw again. So there's a ton of opportunity to be making multiple draws, which is really cool. The land, we have the shores and the marshes here. We should throw in a mire and a soaring city. We forgot that. We'll make sure we have it in the wrap up for you guys and in the final list. Again, just was so excited to play this brew that we didn't actually get to go ahead and iron it out. But with that being said, I've got some big ideas for this deck. An already successful build in Mythic that I think we can seriously take to the next level. The Dancing Shadow. We love it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to watch to the end because we have not only a sick deck to showcase within Mythic Rank, but a beautiful pack opening to do as well. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You can even become a YouTube member for access to that exclusive Sunday stream and challenge me directly. Let's play some Magic. Going first, can we find, you know, land up to 4 for sure? Probably 5. Let's be honest. Thinking about potentially running Cut Down in the deck as well, alongside Fading Hope. Spelldancer is active, so, you know, hopefully they don't have anything. Blue's gonna bounce the heck out of me. Let's first hit for 2, I guess. No oil counters to remove. Here's a second Spelldancer. This one's gonna get countered. Yeah. Which is okay. Better that than the Proxy, I think. It's hard to say. They're both fairly good. The Proxy has immediate value, though, where the Spelldancer kind of needs to build up, right? I hate Mono Blue. So good. Such a great deck. 4th land, cool. Let's take our hit. I'm on a boat. We do get the oil counter regardless if this is countered or not. It is. LOL. So this is where Thrun would be really good, that new green card. Can't be countered, can't be the target of non-green things. Heck, it might even have Indestructible. I think we could just bounce for a while. I mean, they're tapped, it's fine. Ginadelphia. I think so. Because now they can only counter 1, right? They can't. Well, I guess they could just counter this. Problem solved. But then I've got another! So problem not solved. Bruh. You can do it! And that's going to push up the Spelldancer again. Which is great. I'm honestly going to double bounce it. We could bounce our proxy to recast, but the hope is in exile. We don't have anything else in the grave, and we have another proxy, so let's just leave it in play. They could shore up and just give it hexproof. Let's chill out. Just chill out, dude. There's the Jhin. Can we get a bingo, bango, bongo? This puts the second counter on. I would love just like an organic counterspell. It's the phase out, it's the hexproof that's problematic for us. Oh, with pleasure. Let's go. Down to 8. Oh, oops. Oh, I was trying to go through my next phase. I didn't mean to remove the oil counters. Oh my god, that sucks so bad. Or does it? Oh my lord, what a top deck. Never punished.ca. Outrageous. Outrageous. Now that was... Oh, no, I did it again! Damn it! Stop pressing the spacebar. It's such a bad habit to break. You need to decline that. Not once, but twice. Doesn't matter, man. We're fine. They can't block us. That's good game. Just remove the counters for flex points. Totes, my bad. Going first. Good land. Mono red. We love it. And they're just going right for it, you know? You're wild, mono red. Being greedy, getting this walker out first. We phase out, which is really nice. Man, it's hot in here. Turn down the heat. Really? Do it again. I dare you. Wow. You are a legend. No blocks. Ouch. Let's take the proliferate. Up to 2. Hit for 1. Draw a card. As long as it's not double attacks, we're good. Oh, that's just like double nothing. Interesting. Ooh-wee. But if they wipe my field, I'm going to flip out. Go gadget boat. Hit for 1. Draw a card. Hey, that's pretty good. We like this card quite a bit. Proxy and Spell Dancer together is just like... Yes. They're taking a lot of time off here. I'll tell you what. So, I guess I'll bounce those both back to your hand. See you later. Oh, yeah. Now that is pretty good. That's a scoop as far as I'm concerned. Well, we're down to 9 life. They take the Channeler. They're like, we can't have that. I need to gain some life. That's what I need to do. They kill our token. They take us to 8. Oh.
That all you got?
Land out. Dancer out. Draw and then discard. We discard an instant or a land.
Now this is a juicy secret.
End turn. We have our etiquette. It's the burn damage to the face that I don't like. I need my shouldered out. Now, that's funny. Probably shouldn't have cast this yet. Should have attacked first, but how do you resist? It's just so good. We actually, I think, get to draw a card here. Well, we do here as well.
Thanks.
4th land out. That's fine. Here, Shelly. That kind of helps. Swift Spear. And then we're gonna bounce this Warfare again.
Now
Hello.
this is a juicy secret.
They've already used 3 Play with Fires. It's the festivities that I hate. Get out of here. Ooh, they have a Lightning Strike and a Reckless Impulse. Hold on to your boots. We could cast 2 of these. That's pretty funny. I guess I'll cast 1. Just for the oil counter, right? And then we're bouncing this back to their hand, as we love to do. Alright, quick attacker. And lightning strike, I guess? I don't know. Just impulsing. More lightning strikes. That's lethal, no matter what. That was a really good showing for the deck's bounce ability, or even flickering as well with that boat. Alright, our opponent goes first. Let's keep 7. Shore's out. Dancer on 2, Kaito on 3, Kaito on 4. We need some removal. I'll leave it for now. Hey, that's a good card, Doogie. Woof. We'll take the oil counter.
The system can't fix everything.
We will minus. Create the 1/1.
It's like your defenses
Hit for 2.
aren't even there.
Four planes. Can't wait for the Wandering Emperor. A life gain smash for 5. Down to 13. Fourth land off the top, please. That's rude. That is so very, very rude. This will die. But we have another. And that's good. We need to find our 5th land is the thing. And I need 1 billion oil counters.
Stay close, stay quiet, and we'll be fine.
Their life gain sucks. So this one, I will return the token. Then I will decline removing the oil counters. And then you're not attacking. And
That should be enough of it.
you're not attacking. And I assume the Selfless Savior will kill Baby Kaito.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
The Might. Interesting. Flying, not lifelink. Interesting. We can't block. They're going to kill little Kaito for sure. It's a good choice. Oh? Confused.ca. Oh, they don't give it life gain because it gives the life gain to itself. I understand. Specialist doesn't have anything to bring back. Copy that spell. Okay. So let's go Dancer. Unblockable attack. Here's our damage. We have to auto order these in the reverse. So first we're removing the spell counters. Or the oil counters, right? And then we're bouncing it back to our hand.
I've got the upper hand now.
And that's this turn, right? Yeah. So now we're going to get a nice juicy proliferate in. Bouncing the Paragon. Putting the oil counter on. Bouncing the Steel Seraph, I guess. Submit 2. Okay. So now we can still double activate. Which could be a nice time to minus, honestly. But then they're going to gain flying. These don't have flying, do they? No. So I'm going to shut down the Specialist. And I'm going to shut down
I'll handle this one.
the Samurai.
Too slow.
Kato's going to get hit for 1 for sure. Wow, that's juicy. Very much so. I mean, the Might can't block. If it attacks Kaito, we don't get a poison counter. Alright, so it's the same thing. First with the Spell Dancer. Then we attack unblockable. Then we have to manually trigger the Spell Dancer to resolve first. Take those off. Bounce it to our hand. Double activation. And double spell. Now we go Arcane Proxy. Double Serum Snizair. See you later, AO. Oil counters assemble. More proliferate. Hark's proof. Protection from Blar. Oh, that's pretty good. We fogged that one up, didn't we, chat? And I can't target it now with Kaito. Oof, my bad. We will proliferate, please. Why doesn't this thing have flying? Maybe we just double draw. Look for some removal.
Sometimes the winning move is to sit and watch. Huh. Even I learned something.
They have a good field state here. Right, definitely not bad. AO gains life gain. No? I guess I don't care about their life. They're like, you don't have shit. Oh, and they're ignoring Kaito. They're going right for us. Wow. Woof. This is brutal. What do you do, though? I don't have anything good. LOL. Let's take our hit. Manually trigger these or stack them. Dancer resolves. Then we bounce it with Kaito. Double ability activation. Draw. Where's Shieldred? Like, come on, dude. I've drawn 2 billion cards. Well, you literally do nothing at this point. That's hysterical. We do get to copy this turn. So I guess it's Spell Dancer for 2. Etiquette gets copied even though it's not great, because I can just bring these things back. Oil counters assemble. If they sack the Samurai with the second one, they could play the Specialist with the Paragon, and then the Savior comes out with the Specialist. Yeah. It's good, dude. Oh, I misspent my mana. I thought we had 4. Oops. So we're just dead. I mis-added there. I thought we had 4 after that spell. Totes, my bad. I guess we should have done this draw earlier, looking for removal. It's land. So that's going to be a good game. We do lose, but a great match. You know, I'm just having fun with new cards. Really liking this Spell Dancer. Here we are, going first. 2 land. Not phenomenal by any means, but it's there and we have some interaction. 2 3s and 4s. Very easily a good hand. Our opponent is in tapped with a Veil. That's not a land. Pass over. They drop their second. Here's a Naturalist. I'm going to dunk on it. It ramps, so I think it's, you know, a must to deal with. Oh, it's a brick house. No landy. Maybe we'll get it here. I mean, we have removal, so it's not the end of the world as we know it. It's nighttime. Again, you know, just get out of town, Franklin. Thank you. Let's draw a card here. If they only play one creature, we could shut it down, but Gruul is a color that has haste. Oh, they're gonna double. Oh no, it's nighttime. Do they add mana and play more? Or do they smash in? Add mana, second spell, flip back to day. That's what it will be. All right. I think just force sack the Walker. I'll hit for 2. I'll also defend. I'd really like to get Kaito out before we start proliferating. Oh, wow. Okay. Problematic, to say the very least. No blocks. Down to 16. And a pack leader. Straight up kill Helena and Alina. It sucks that we can't, you know, get to where we want to. The snare is instant speed. We may want to take it now. I'm gonna attack, try to pull a block. No. End turn, let's see what they play. Hopefully they cast on their first main phase. Oh, that's really good. And they're gonna -3 here.
We must stop the knights from engulfing our waves.
Applying a lot of pressure. Alright, let's bounce that. There's no proliferate for us. Right, they were kind of at the advantage out of the gate, and we've had a hard time catching up. Boat to bounce the proxy, which does not work because we have to cast it. We can't bounce the Channeler, and the Channeler can eat these tokens. So I think that's going to be a good play. And it's a nice defensive creature as well. in the interim. Arlen, the Pack's Hope, is a pretty cool planeswalker. Well, I guess we just have to take this opportunity, don't we? We do get the oil counter, and then a successful proliferate. And then double attack on Arlen. Confirmed kill. Or they double block, and I'm okay with that too. Alright, just get everything out of play. So they can cast these creatures with flash, and then they're going to enter with +1 counters on them. We can't be blocked. So I'm going to... But this has to do it to a player. So I'm going to do this first. Just kill Arlen. They could have damage-based removal. Certainly hope not, but... it's not an artifact, so that's okay. It's massive. As a 4/4. Now, they still have that emblem. And it would be hitting for a couple. It would remain night, because I'm not double casting. So this would come in as a 4/4, which would kill Kaito. Ouch. Not great. Yeah, that's... I guess the boat gets fried by the trap breaker anyways, right? We need to just top deck removal and copy it with the Spell Dancer. They have removal. That'd be a good game, I think. It's probably a good game anyways. We should have played Kaito and just taken the draw for the potential removal. That would have been better. One extra card through our library. I don't think it matters much, but... Well, in a situation like that...
So this is my opponent. I'm not impressed.
Big money, no whammies.
Keep both eyes.
Good game. We cannot copy the land. Alrighty then. Dimir Flickers with a Z is a very fun deck that I think got a nice power boost. Not only through the new Dancing Shadow, as well as the Proliferate-based removal, but the Spell Dancer. Wow, I overlooked this card entirely. And we've seen what, transpired in today's gameplay. So I've got some big ideas for the deck. First and foremost, Invoke Despair. Why not be like every other degenerate? Copy Invoke Despair with the Spell Dancer? Yeah, okay, just get out, dude. Stop. The All-Seeing Arbiter kind of shuts your opponent down, which is nice, alongside Kaito draws, which is cool, flying and nice. Body, can trigger Shouldered really effectively. Same thing goes with the Blade Coil Serpent, but it's an artifact, so I'm a little bit nervous because it's really easy to remove artifacts right now. I was thinking about playing Esper, but that's a different deck. The Scheming Aspirant, whenever you proliferate, they lose 2 life, you gain 2 life. I just think that's so cool. And then the Inquiry Dominus for double proliferate, That's kind of what I have been thinking about. I really like the Invoke Despair. I think that's crazy good. And I also, you know, really think the Dominus could be cool. I know the Arbiter would be fine, but new cards are always better, right? So that's kind of what I was thinking. We do need to fix the land here quickly. Just grab that Soaring City and minor changes to the deck. And then we'll just drop some basics here for you guys. And with that being said, it's time for our pack opening. So let's get into that. Last pack, we actually opened up not a Wandering Emperor. What is that card called? You know, it's the Wanderer. And these cards are backwards. The second set here as well. This is a Thrill of Possibility art card. Really nice. The art cards are phenomenal. Ooh, and we get a Phyrexian Mountain. That goes in the keep pile. That's phenomenal. Prologue to Phyrexia is really nice as well. Let me get that zoomed in so I can see. Thrill of Possibility, the actual card. Experimental Augury. I like this card quite a bit. Any of the Proliferate cards. Escaped Experiment. The Skull Bomb. Reservoir, which I quite like. The Anointer. The Sprinter. Okay, this is an alt art. Quicksilver Fisher. I don't mind the alt art here. That's pretty cool. Then we have the Green Sun's Twilight, which is actually the box topper as well. And then our last card is the holographic Sphereland, which is pretty cool. I've not actually had the chance to make a jank deck like that yet with the lands. I see that there is one existing, so looking forward to that. Maybe on this Sunday's YouTube stream, we'll do a land deck. We do get the Green Sun's Twilight, the land and the beloved art card. This land is crazy cool, hey? I can't get to it. My hand. It's the one in the middle, HGG. Thank you for watching. Have a magical day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member for access to that exclusive land-only stream. And we'll see you soon in the next.